All right, fellas, we're back. Today you're not getting a normal happy-go-lucky Kenny because I'm upset. Something happened a few hours ago that really, why? Okay, if you don't know, DeMarcus Cousins signed with the Golden State Warriors, man. Before we get into what I think about everything, I know most people already put out their videos about their opinion. I haven't watched anybody's video. I haven't looked on TV to see what the experts were saying. Nothing. Everything I say in this video is my personal opinion. And you may disagree, which is completely fine. But let me just get this off my chest, fam, because I'm upset. And honestly, if you're a casual, not even a casual, if you're a normal NBA fan, you should be upset too. The only people that should be happy right now are Golden State Warriors fans, honestly. Those are the only people in the entire world that should be happy. And even then, maybe they're not too happy because now everybody hates them. Like, if you didn't hate them before, you do now. You know what's crazy? I actually liked the Warriors the first couple years because they were a homegrown organization. They drafted Steph Curry. They drafted Klay Thompson. They got a steal on Draymond Green in the second round. They signed Iggy. They made the right moves. Everything was organic, right? And then you add Kevin Durant, and that team that we loved in the first couple years, them being in the finals, we don't like anymore. We rooting against them, or at least I was. And then you add another superstar. This is like, I hated the Heat back in the day. I hated the Big Three Heat. This Warrior team, it's going to be up there. It's going to be up there, man. So their star lineup is Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond, and now Boogie. That's two former MVPs still in their prime. Possibly the greatest spot-up shooter of all time still in his prime. Draymond Green, you can argue he's a top 3 defender in the league. And then Boogie, you can argue that he's literally the best center in the league. They got the best point guard in the league. The second best small forward, Kevin Durant below LeBron, you know, and then possibly the best center in the league on the same squad. Still got Iggy, still got Sean Livingston. They ain't got JaVale McGee no more. So that's something, that's something. But if you ask them, I think that's a fair trade. Give up JaVale and bring in DeMarcus. It's insane that this was even possible. Kevin Durant comes in, 2 instant championships. You have Boogie? What? It's over. And then this season, it showed that the Warriors weren't invincible. We thought they were. But the Houston Rockets was one injury away from beating this team in the playoff series. And then coming into this offseason, Houston could have made a move, or they tried to make a move to get LeBron, to elevate them to beat the Warriors. LeBron was a free agent, Paul George was a free agent, Kawhi wants out. There was going to be a team, at least we thought, that's going to team up and take down this juggernaut. And then they add Boogie. If you thought it was easy for them to get those last 2, this third one, it's going to be a breeze. So the question is, did DeMarcus Cousins ruin the NBA? I don't think he ruined the NBA. I can't say he ruined competitiveness, though. We know who's winning the championship next year. We do. But when I say he's not ruining the NBA, personally, I'm still going to have fun watching the other 29 teams. So that's not ruined for me. But what is ruined is probably the playoffs, the finals. Because whoever they match up against, it's over with. Like, Houston had a chance this season to beat them. People are saying that LA, now that they got LeBron, going to have a chance to beat them. But when you add Boogie, there's literally no team in the league that can beat them. Whatever team comes out of the East, the Cavs, the 76ers, the Raptors, whoever, it don't even matter because those teams will not even be close to matching up with this stacked of a team. So I'm still going to have fun watching the other 82 games from the other 29 teams. But once we get to the Warriors and whoever they're going against, they're just going to breeze through them. So that part, Boogie did mess up. So how? How did Boogie go from a superstar player to accepting a deal less than $6 million or around $6 million? Here's my theory. Again, this is my theory. I haven't seen anybody else talk about it. This is just my personal theory. Right. So a few months ago, somebody commented on Boogie Cousins' Instagram page like, yo, Boogie, where are you signing this offseason? Of course, he didn't reply because he gets thousands and thousands of comments a day. Somebody else replied, just a random person said, Boogie's gonna take the max on whatever team offers it to him. And DeMarcus Cousins liked that comment. So this entire time, I personally thought that, you know what? Whoever throws him a bag is gonna get the player. So July 1st comes up, him and his agent probably calling him around. With the Lakers, the Pelicans, the Dallas Mavericks before they got DeAndre Jordan. Like, yo, I'm the best center in the league. What you got? I want a max. And the Lakers, the Pels, and all those teams probably like, Boog, listen, we understand you're great. But that injury is scary. If y'all didn't know, Boogie is coming off an Achilles injury. He's still injured, rehabbing and everything. He's coming off an Achilles injury. And Achilles injuries can definitely tarnish a player's career, especially if the player is 7 foot 280. That's a lot of weight to add on that Achilles, right? But DeMarcus Cousins is a worker. I think he's going to come back and be still great. But teams will probably hesitant to give a max deal to somebody that they're not sure is going to be ready to play until like January. I understand Boogie said he wants to come back for the regular season, but why wouldn't he say that? You never know. The human body's crazy, you know. He may have to still wait until January. So if you're the GM of a team, you probably don't feel comfortable throwing a max deal at that guy. I know I wouldn't. So DeMarcus Cousins taking call from team after team. Where's my max? Where's my max? And nobody gives him a max. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to ruin it for everybody. And I'm going to sign with the team that is already the most stacked team in league history. I'm just going to add another piece to the puzzle, making it a 5 all-star team and not just 4. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy. Never in a million years did I think this was happening. Because one thing you thought, you know, with all the stars that the Warriors have, they ain't got no money to get nobody else, but Boogie just took the hugest pay cut possible. And I think we kind of did it to ourselves. Because when you talk about a player's greatness, one thing that always comes up, and rightfully so, this should come up, is how much they win. Throughout Boogie's entire career, the narrative has been for him, he's a great player. He gives you great numbers, but he doesn't win. That has always been the criticism of DeMarcus Cousins. Listen, he still ain't touched the court during the playoffs yet. I know his team made it this year, but of course he couldn't play. So he's never made the playoffs. So if you're a player, you give your all, you know, you give your all, average 25 PPG. But when people look at your stats and everything, they're like, you're good, but you don't win. It probably gets to you. And it may have got to DeMarcus. 2019 free agency is going to have a lot more money. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to go win a ring for 1 year. Then somebody's going to offer me a max. Yeah, like honestly, I think that's probably what he's thinking. 2019 free agency, I'll get back on the market. Now I got a ring, so you can shut up about me not winning. And that's it. And I'm going to prove to everybody this Achilles injury is not going to hurt my career. So, I forget who it was that said this, man. But a few months ago, I was listening to a podcast, that somebody said this exactly. Winning is very important, but it's not the end-all, be-all. Because when it comes to sports, basketball especially, it is a 5-player game, you know, at a time. No one player has ever won his team a championship. Not Jordan, not LeBron, not Bill Russell, not Will Chamberlain, not Magic Johnson. All of those players were the best player on their squads when they did win, but they could not do it alone. So when you talk about a player saying he's great, but he doesn't win, you got to think about situations. Listen, in Sacramento, DeMarcus was playing with the most trash teammates. And some of the most trash, you know, managing. Some of the most trash coaching. How do you expect him to win? And then he gets to the Pels, you know, the half of the season he was there after the trade. They had their moments where they were good, but they were still trying to gel. This year, they were good. But when DeMarcus Cousins went out, the Pels went on like a 10-game win streak. And then the question was still, are they better without DeMarcus? Because DeMarcus doesn't win. It's just crazy that we got to this point where superstars can feel comfortable with doing this. And listen, I'm not saying he doesn't have the right, because everybody should have the right to pick their employer. If you don't want to work at Walgreens, you shouldn't have to work at Walgreens. You should be able to say, I want to work at CVS, and be able to interview at the job at CVS. So I'm not saying he shouldn't have the ability to do this, but he shouldn't, in his mind, as far the way I think about it, he shouldn't feel like it's okay. Let me just put it that way. And honestly, I can say they're probably going to be super fun to watch, right? How can that team not be fun to watch? But at the end of the day, there is no question of that they're going to win a championship. No, they're not going to go 82-0. That's not going to happen. But they'll probably win a championship, right? But that's it. That's my rant about this whole situation. I feel like I left some things out, but nonetheless, that's just how I feel. Did he ruin the league? Yeah, probably. At least for a year. Thank y'all so much for watching. That's it. That's the rant. Tomorrow we'll be back happy and stuff. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we're just gonna go this entire season with this attitude. No, I'm joking. All right, peace, y'all.